Chua's Tiger Mom. You know the Tiger Mom who said basically that she would not accept anything other than an A from her kids, no play dates, the kids were only allowed to play piano and violin, all sorts of different rules and regulations that kind of contrary to the way we live around here.
Well, a lot of people do emulate that certain kind of parental model, but others don't, like our next guest. Her approach to raising her 3 kids, very different. Joining us is Jill Kargman. She is the author of the new book, Sometimes I Feel Like a Nut, Essays and Observations. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
So sometimes you feel like a nut? Well, welcome to our nut house.
I almost always feel like a nut. That's a lie.
I love it. The book is so much fun to read. You talk about everything from raising kids to going spinning, but a lot of salty words in here, Jill.
I know. Sorry. 2011.
Miss Potty Mouth.
Melissa Leo and I. We're in good company now with Oscar winners.
So what's the message here?
I mean, the message is really do your own thing, and that humor is a tool to help you through the bumpy parts of life. My father was a stand-up comedian, and he put his way through Columbia Business School doing comedy, and humor is kind of laced into my DNA. And so when I aligned myself with a campaign, it was Mounds and Almond Joy, because sometimes I feel like
sometimes you don't. That was my next question.
Before the Tiger Mom, though, there were all these, New York type A psycho moms, and in fact, my journey in motherhood began next door as my gyno's office. And when I was knocked up, but marriage before carriage, I was sitting there
but you still refer to it as being knocked up.
Yeah, because I just like it. It's better than when I was impregnated. I was sitting there, and this crazy maniac mom was sitting there with those earphones on her. They're called like belly buds. Oh, you can't make this up. It's like uterus headphones, and she said she's playing Mozart for her tadpole, like to make it smarter.
Oh, that kid's gonna get into Brown.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't do that. Shoot, there goes her. I'm like, how? No wonder everyone hates us. There are people shaking a tree for a coconut, and we're playing Mozart for our fetuses.
You're so funny. So with your kids, do you make sure that you set the standards high? Are they not allowed to come home with a B? Are you like the
7,
Tiger
4,
Mom?
and 3. No, I think she'd be horrified by me. My house is sort of crazy. It's like Fisher-Price bomb went off. No, I mean, I definitely am not. This isn't really a parenting manual. I mean, people have said I'm the anti-Tiger Mom just because they play pots and pans instead of a Stradivarius. But I just am, I've got to probably take a page from her book and have a bit more discipline.
Didn't you actually allow your kids to take a bath with popcorn or something?
I didn't allow it, but I saw the humor in it. Because it was already done. I mean, they dumped a huge tin into the bathtub, and I was screaming at them, and then finally I was like, this is kind of hilarious, and I have to surrender to the flow here, because that's what parenting's about.
Very cool. Laid-back household. We like it. We like it.
But you deal with a lot of...
Check in at 5 p.m. When the Pinot Noir is going into the goblet. But yeah.
You deal with a lot of type A moms, though. When you have your kids in school here in New York City, there's no way to avoid that.
I wrote this book called Momzilla's, actually, about that scene, because I was so overwhelmed by parenthood in the beginning. When I had my daughter, we did a ballet class, and these moms were kind of whispering and looking at me, because I said, come honey, sit down Indian style. And this mom's like, no one says that anymore. You really just have to say crisscross applesauce, because it's not politically correct.
That's true. That's it, right? Don't say it.
No one gave me the memo. I had no idea.
I understand. We can.
But I mean, yeah, these people are very type A. I saw this little blonde girl, with her little pigtails and those bows that could be a propeller and take you off into the sky, and she's like, "Ni hao," and I was like, "Your kid speaks Chinese." She's like, "Not even 2," but the dad was some Goldman Sachs guy, and he said it was the wave of the future. I was like, your kid is laying cable in the Huggies and you're speaking Mandarin? First things first, people, for crying out loud.
This is what I mean. This book is full of Jillisms. It's hysterical. It will put you in a good mood. You won't even need the Pinot Noir.
Sometimes she feels like a nut. Have you heard from the people at Peter Paul? The candy producers.
That's so funny. I haven't yet. Hopefully they won't sue me, but it reinforces their jingle for a generation.
In seriousness, you've been in New York for a long time. The techniques that some of the high-powered people employ to raise their children, do they not work? You know what I mean? Does it really matter in the end?
Well, there's consultants. They have pooing consultants and peeing consultants and everything. I think in the end, yes, you might have a child that's potty trained first or speaks Mandarin or whatever, but we need to all check back in 20 years and see if they're, on the couch.
I like your stuff. Jill, come back and visit us again.
Thank you. I would love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you. Putting us in a good mood this morning. All right. Appreciate it. Fun book.